Hey everyone, welcome to the Audio Foundry. Today we have something a little bit different to work on. These are a pair of JBL Flip 4 portable speakers, and they are some of the best sounding portable speakers that you could possibly find, in my opinion. This one, I've just removed the cover as we are replacing batteries today, or at least attempting to. So I thought what we would do is just work on them together and see if we can fix them. So I wanted to first show how to remove one of these covers. First thing you want to do is if you buy a kit that has a replacement battery, they sometimes come with parts like this, and you might need them, but they're also likely to break. This one snapped clean off just in a matter of seconds. So what I did was brought in all of the spares that I have from other projects, especially the ultimate one here, which is I guess they're like a aircraft panel remover spudgers or whatever you want to call them. Anyway, they're really thin, but very strong. And I've used these in car audio for years. So what I would suggest is, if you're going to work on this kind of project, even though this part costs about the same as a couple of batteries, just get one of these, keep it in your life, and it'll be with you forever. But without further ado, let's try to open this thing up. So you'll want to try to get up in here, and it's not easy, so just be prepared to be a little bit frustrated. But there we go. You want to very carefully do this, and then pry again very carefully, and kind of like slide. There we go. Now, it is possible to break something here. Just you have to be prepared for that. But if it was destined for the trash heap because of a bad battery, you should at least give this a try. These are incredible sounding speakers. Absolutely phenomenal for their time. And I've actually put these against more modern speakers, and I think they still hold up nicely. So just trying to do this, get it in frame. If we fail together. Gently, 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 gently. This one's a little dirty. There we go. Oh, yeah. Success. All right, we got two naked JBL speakers. Next up, we're going to attack these guys right here. I think it's just these two. Let's just start that one and start this one. There we go. And this one too. Oh, we got stuck. All right, might have to do both sides. Let's take a look. All right, so our next attack is this same one over here. I'll just point it out, this little rubber likes to catch. You can see this rubber right here, the seal. These are waterproof speakers, so JBL says. I have, like an idiot, tested this. It actually does appear to be a waterproof speaker. But yeah, usually we don't recommend mixing your best sound quality devices with water if you can help it. All right. All right. There, and one more. I got tools, I might as well use them. Good Lord. Okay, we're gonna pry here and pry here ever so gently. Let's see how we do. It doesn't feel like it wants to come out. Oh, maybe there we go. Woo! Scary. All right, let's be a little gentler on our favorite audio device. Interesting. All right. So they're supposed to unlock. You can kind of see it right there. See, all of this stuff you have to do to rip into them, and they have like a lock unlock. You can kind of feel it. All right. This side shows locked. This side shows unlocked. Okay, so you would, on this one, which I guess we'd say relative to this, just gently come up. And then I guess we'll just go with this one too. These are the passive radiators. So these really nice, in my opinion, these really nice small form speakers or full range speakers here. They radiate into this really crammed compartment and into these passive radiators. Let's just take a look. So it's a weighted disc on a nice supple piece of, it feels like neoprene maybe? Regardless, it's got a ton of give. And that's what's creating a really good bottom end. This one's seen some paint days. There we go. I guess we'll get it all fixed up. And in here, nothing really special, just, yeah, just want to be careful with this stuff. It's like a stickiness of some sort. All right, well, let's get into the business end here. So again, this lock unlocks. We're gonna come this way to unlock. Okay. Secrets are unraveling. Now what we'll do is grab this end, because we can see that's the business end of that battery connector. These two have to come out. Yeah, a little bit larger than I thought it would be. It's actually closer to like a Phillips Head 1. Might actually be a Phillips Head 1. Come on now. No, it's camming. There we go. You gotta apply a little bit of force. I am worried about stripping that. Well, maybe this old screwdriver is perfect. No, it just doesn't feel good. Problem solving here. Yeah, that's got good grip. Literally just sending Indian style here on the floor with you guys, so. No fancy bench in the Audio Foundry. It's just me in the basement, really. But on a day off, honestly, there's nothing better than tinkering around with something, fixing it up. So I'm down. Okay, these are really being a pain in the butt. There we go. So just these two screws, you know. Just keep going. There we are. When I used to travel for business, I took my trusty black one with me pretty much everywhere I went. Even though it weighs quite a bit, I don't really enjoy listening to earphones all the time. Sometimes you just gotta have a nice speaker. Out you go. Boom. Okay, so what's this boy read? See, it's just a Chinese battery like all the rest. It's 11.1 watt hour, 30, and boy, zoom. Or no zoom, just get closer. There you go. 3,000 milliamp hour, and it's been around a while. Let's take one of these. I ordered 2 different kits, just doing Vine reviews stuff. There you go, 5,800 milliamp hour, almost double. Lithium is interesting. It's definitely improved over the years, but yeah, looks like it'll fit just fine. The new one has slightly more supple wiring, but hey, it's also newer by a lot. It lacks this foam. Wonder if I can peel that off. No. I may go grab some Tessa tape and try to emulate this foam. Tessa tape. This stuff, if you're an installer, like a car audio installation, maybe home audio, I don't know. But I've kept a good roll of Tessa tape around forever. It's doesn't degrade like electrical tape does, and it's got a nice softness to it, but it has that same insulative properties in it. It cuts decently. You can also tear it with your fingers, but anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to emulate these wraps. This is more of a foam rubber. The whole point is to give just a teeny bit of protection to the poor thing, and maybe get it to, like, say, shove in there without rattling. Let's just do one layer. Yeah, there we go. And we'll do one here, maybe closer to something like that. Let's test that. All right, so yeah, you can see that the connector's there. So yeah, see, it's kind of loosey-goosey. So what I'm going to do is keep going. Good old Tessa tape. Yeah, based on what I've felt, I'm just going to go ahead and go 2 more times. And on this side as well. Let's try that. Ooh, yeah. It's got that feel, you know. Just right. In you go. All right, I hope that was the right direction. It feels like it's the right one. Like, you could flip that. All right, I'm not sure if my camera died or whatnot, but anyway, this guy's back together, and we were going to go ahead and get these wonderful passive radiators. Oopsie-doo. All right, so I think these are identical. All right, well, they're numbered identically, so maybe not. Let's just look. It's got a left on it and a right. Yeah, very hard to see. Left and right. So let's assume that this also has a left and a right on it. Yeah, right there. Left. Well, there you go. Don't put them on wrong. It almost looks like broken plastic, but it's not. At least I don't think it is. There, and I think we'll get a nice click sound. Nope, hold on. Fiddly. I feel like I was right the first time. There, yeah. Yeah, so what you do, is get this portion right here. There's a little lip there. There's a little spot right there. right there. That's going to kiss this little spot right here. Lock. Nice. Well, by reasons of deduction, we can assume this is the right side. You know, what's interesting is these are, of course, metal. Maybe it's not, of course, but this is a heavy disc. It's actually, it makes up a significant weight of the thing. And of course, that is for better bass response, because being a weighted disc, that's a weighted passive radiator, of course, tuned lower. Frequency response probably goes much further because of this this thing. Click into place. Boy, you know what I wish would happen is if there was a kit that swapped the aging micro USB. I mean, they're still okay, but you know, everyone knows USB-C is typically longer lasting. All right, so anyway, let's just turn it on and see how she goes. I can't remember which button powers it on. I think it's this one. No, maybe this one. Ooh, maybe it's fully dead. Yeah, it's not responsive. All right, I'm going to put it all back together and, well, actually, you know what? No, I'm not. Let's just apply some good old USB power and just make sure everything's okay. Oh, it is. It's actually the original cable too. That's cool. All right. That's good. Signs of life. And yeah, I would expect that to be about 80-90% charged. Looks about 80%. Maybe we can get back into why the darn thing didn't fire up when I pushed the button. So that's the Bluetooth and that's the power. Oh, I see. All right, moment of clarity here. Do you see this teeny little dot right here? That's a micro switch, apparently. That micro switch, it's not this. See, the thing is, you push these big buttons, but what they've done is they've applied a teeny little nub right there. Powered off. It's good. All right. I think it's a successful transplant, let's call them. I'm just going to clean this up here with a wipe and just put those 4 screws back in where they belong, and then hopefully we'll do the other one. And these guys are low distortion speakers based on my testing. Yeah, really nice. What is that, an inch speaker? Curiosity's getting the better of me. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, actually, it's like a 1.75" outer frame, a little less maybe, and then the inner about half the surround is about 1.25". So yeah, about 1.25" drivers. You know, it may not be interesting to some people, but to me, reviving something that sounds good so it can live another day, I think that's worth the time and effort. Beats buying one of these. These are like $79 or something like that when you go to the new model. I don't even like the new model design. I think the old model is a better overall design. Just a personal opinion. All right, let's button her back up. Yeah, this guy goes on next. Okay, looks pretty clean. This goo, I'm just gonna kind of leave it in place, I think. Just clean up things a little bit. Slip on here. That was easy. I bet you this won't be as easy, but if we see here, we want to align this guy right back in place and gently coax it back. See how much stress this is going under. I think maybe we'll go the other way. And you can kind of see it. It's very, see that cup here, of course. So I kind of need to go, but at the same time, not sure how that's possible. Let's try a few things. Maybe it'll flex. Maybe it's got enough flex. It's not something to worry about. Oh yeah. It feels scary, but yeah, it seems to be okay. It's got a little, oh yeah, there's a bit of, this rubber here needs to get clipped back into position. Just like that. And maybe it'll go here. See this? Just give it a little love. Maybe it'll be, yeah, that feels solid actually. The first one didn't. Okay, we'll get those screws back in. Looks good. So what's nice, about these speakers that I'm noticing is it's not a lost cause to try to replace the battery, or even repair a speaker or replace a speaker if you had to. I mean, I don't know if you'd ever have to do that, but battery obviously is a consumable over time. And what I just like about this is that, first off, none of the plastics are super brittle. That's saying something. The other thing is that, with these like simple things like the right, the left, the lock, unlock, they don't have to put that stuff on there. That's for the owner, the manufacturer. They could have easily just glued all this into perma position. When the battery's gone, you're toast, right? I mean, it's just nice to see that a company like JBL Harman at least cared a little bit about their consumers. You also have the possibility of taking that battery out for disposal. It's just good to see that they made it relatively easy. Obviously, it was a bit of pain in the butt, but yeah, not too bad. Okay, let's put the cover back on, and before we do that, I think I'll clean the outside up with maybe some Folex or something in a minute, but it's got that classic, like speaker weave. Really cool inside though. I don't think I broke any clips. Let's see. So you got this big one right here, and I think that's why it's best to start. It may be obvious, but it's why it's best to start with that spudger. This thing. You're going in like that, and that's to get this little lip here under control. You can see it runs the whole length. Whereas this one, it's just 2 clips. Unless I broke one, then it'd be more. And the sides don't have anything, so you have to be basically very, very consistent here. And that's why these plastic pieces, it looks like they're meant to work, but obviously they just don't have the strength. All right, anyway, let's get her back together. I don't see anything else broken or anything else like that. This has got some foam on it. Looks good still. So yeah, these here obviously will go this way. And I think what we'll do is just reverse of removal. Slip gently. And maybe we'll get a click. It'll be pretty satisfying, I bet. Oh, that's the buttons. Okay, yeah. That felt good. We're gonna just wrap back around. And I think she's in. Job done with one. Nice. Let's take a look at this one. This one I did before I decided to grab the camera. And I think I messed up. The first one's always a doozy, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see it. Damn, this one's a little bit older. Yeah, I must have applied too much pressure. Maybe I can fix it. Yeah, you can see. I'm gonna get the flashlight. Maybe too bright again, but okay. So a couple thoughts. Super glue or epoxy come to mind. I gotta watch this fabric because you can see through the fabric there. I don't want to get glue to soak through the fabric. Man, I look at this and I wonder, is it even going to matter? You know, I think what I'm going to do is finish repairing, assemble, and then determine from there. Because it still has the middle one and this bottom one, and that may be sufficient. But worst case, we will attempt to glue it back. Well, I think we know what to do here, so I'll just get to it. It's a little bit easier on the second one, even though it can definitely still break. There we go. All right, this looks perfect. I'll just clean up these edges here. And this looks all pretty good too. I think the other one, I could be proven wrong, but I think it had a slightly different piece here, or it's possible. Yeah, they're, I believe, a little different. I'd almost have to go back to the recording to see the difference, but certainly this one has the micro buttons. Yeah. And of course, the whole reason why we're doing this today is the batteries are short-lived. They don't run nearly as long as they used to. So a worthy upgrade, I think. My first observation is there are no lock-unlock features on this model. How very, very interesting. That's not the same. Interesting. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe there's extra screws. Yeah, this one didn't want to come. This is not the same speaker. It's interesting because I definitely bought these within, I don't know, maybe a year of each other, half a year. I bought one. I loved it to death. Took it with me on my road trips. And my wife, really wanted mine, but of course I'm on a road trip, so I ended up buying her in that nice little teal color, but I don't recall it being too far apart time-wise. Just never thought they'd be different. I guess we call this like a Gen 1 or something. I don't think the other model had screws, but yeah, it's just a little different. It kind of makes sense that these might do it. Doesn't that even look longer than the other one? Yeah, I think it is a longer screw. It's getting hung up right there. It's definitely not consequential. I'm sure it's disconnected, but I think I'm going to go for these. Yeah, it's got that sensation like they're in and they don't want to be out. It's got 5 plus the 2 that come the other way. I am not sure if I remember if the battery's on this side or this side, so I think I might look at my whoa. Sorry about that. I think I might look at my recordings. Okay, welcome back. Just pulled the recording to kind of guarantee that I was going to open up the right side if I'm going to take this time, because these screws, I don't think they're going to enjoy being removed and put back. So since the other one, just slipped off, that's obviously easier. But with this one being the 5 Phillips head screws here on this outside edge, I just wanted to confirm that it's on this side, not this side where the battery is. And that's what I've done. So the battery, unless this is different, ought to be right there. So we're going to have to get up into this and hopefully that gets the job done. I don't know if I'm stupid enough to try this or not. Ooh, yeah, this little guide actually fits properly. applying downward pressure seems to help quite a bit. Prevent cam out. Okay, that's a much smaller screw, so let's keep those separate. Yeah. So hopefully this is right. Moment of truth. Oh, shit. Maybe it just needs a little bit of pry action. Gonna be very careful here. Whew. It doesn't offer any other place to grab, so they're all out. All right, here we go. If it's gonna break in my hands, so be it, but there we go. Okay. Maybe worth mentioning, this one is the one that got into the water, so whatever, doesn't matter. We've got to it and we reached the right side, the correct side. I don't know if it's right or left anymore, but yeah, let's get to this. Be gentle. Definitely does not want to come out like the other guy did. I'm just trying to press and get a little bit of action, like maybe it's got some stiction to it. Don't want to yank these cords because then I could cause a battery short and then I could cause a fire. Good old lithium. Oh, she's not wanting to come out at all. I'm just gonna pull. There we go. Pretty sure I destroyed something in there. So, yeah, be careful with your stuff. You know, I can't really tell. We'll keep an eye on these. Maybe, I don't know if I have a lipo bag. I used to have to do RC cars batteries with a with a bag just in case they blew up. Let's see, did any of them puff? No, they're about the same. So 3000 milliamp as well. Yeah, same brand, same everything. This one, let's see, I think it's all the exact same, 5500 milliamp. Wasn't the other one 5800? Still more than 3000 if we're doing our math correctly and if they're not lying. Let's hope not. You know, the chances of them being made in the exact same factory as the others, who knows? All right, so I'm noticing before I get started, this one's got some foam here, which is cool. Let's do a little test. That is way too much. Let's do our test tape wrap on the top and bottom. Still too much. If I'm being honest, I think this battery almost feels smaller than the other one. Yeah. All right. I think that was what, 5 wraps, something like that. Just double check in there to make sure it's not ugly in any way. Shouldn't be. Yeah, it's all right. Well, like before, I think it works best this way, and then you can run it. Yeah, let's go this way. All right, yeah, it's good. Whoop. Good force. Not too much, not too little. And click into position with, I think, a twist. Nope, not a twist. All right, Well, now that we know, I can feel the little micro switch in here. Wrong side. There we go. This one. All right. I'm just going to clean these up here. Obviously, I got to put this back in here. Clean this up. We'll be wrapped up. So even though it's the same, it's not the same. I mean, every part, just about every little part here looks different. Just want to make sure I get the right length. So this one obviously goes to here. And these are still inside here, so that's taken care of. The rest of these are the little guys that go to the 5. Just a minor thing. This particular, boy, it's gonna be small. This particular screw is threaded all the way through, whereas these, and they are slightly different length, they've got a non-threaded portion. Oh, crud. Just dropped it. Whew. Kind of afraid that a magnet might have grabbed that. It's definitely possible when you're working with speakers. The magnet can pick up your tools, pick up your screws, also pick up debris. So if you're cutting metal or anything around a speaker, watch out for that. You can introduce nasty things into a speaker magnet gap if you're doing silly things like fabricating metal. Let's see. I think it's going to go only one way. That's probably this way right here. And again, you just want to kind of keep these wires from being pinched. And press. There we are. Okay, now let's clean this guy up just a little bit. Never want to press really hard into a speaker, just be easy. I mean, this is really probably unnecessary because it's not affecting the sound quality, but you live with, I wouldn't say I'm compulsive, but just a touch obsessive sometimes. Some sort of tism, I'm sure. There we go. Let's see the rest here. Yeah, let's get her back together on this side. And it's interesting, you know, when I tore them apart, or when I had them together here rather, to tear them apart, I made assumptions galore that they would be identical, and yet not. And of course, you know, if I took the time to say go online and learn about them, I bet you I would quickly learn that there are differences and variant model switchovers, etc., blah blah blah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of the guy that just likes to figure things out on his own, to a point. It's kind of the fun of it, really. You know, when I was doing this stuff as a kid, there was no internet that we could depend on. There was like bulletin boards where you could send a message and wait how many ever days or weeks for an answer. Maybe. Oh yeah, that's good. Let's go with that. But these days, you know, you got YouTube to guide you through, just like I'm doing here for you. Maybe it helps someone. That's what it's for. Just have a little fun and share our experiences. Try and do my thing. One thing you'd want to make sure to do is to make sure these guys are sealed, not only for the waterproof, watertight, water resistant, whatever we want to call it. I don't know how water resistant this thing is after being opened up, but you know, the performance of these passive radiators is dependent on this enclosure staying truly enclosed. So yeah, we'll get this right. It's slightly camming out. Be careful, be careful. There's one more to go, I think. Yeah, so these two, there's gonna be this one right here. These two are gonna be the ones that come this way. Don't see much else to clean. Looks pretty good. I say that. Just try again. Yeah, maybe. let's go with it. All right, so we're gonna watch for these screws, and then there's of course that one there, and then we'll put this guy. I think last time it was successful, just shoving in place, but let's see. Give this the clearance that it's looking for. Yeah, I would say if I had to guess, I would guess this side should go first, but yeah, it felt good. See, the biggest thing you're trying to do is get up and over this ridge right here. So I'm just going to try this side first this time. Maybe it'll go easier. So this side inward, and then this one, which is the opposite of where I was before. Just get that force. That's like a shoehorn almost, isn't it? Boom. Woo. Okay. Well, no big deal, I don't think, but lesson learned on doing these. I mean, you know, these have survived so long. Probably never have to replace them, but hey. You know what's interesting is I noticed this model, slightly different seal on the rubber here too. It's like more form fit. Interesting. Anyway, let's go ahead and screw these back in and wrap this bad boy up. First we'll insert the one that's missing. Gently. You can see you have to apply a little bit of pressure here to hold it. Okay, and then this one. And two more. Okay. And for better or worse, we have the cover that's got a slight fail on it, I guess. So we'll go this part first. Let's make sure this is clicked into position. Yeah, that's good. All right, we'll go this part first. Click what's left of the clips. Just 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right? Yeah, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Okay, I can feel that. It's not too bad. Yeah, okay. And then this one. I think it only goes on one way. It definitely doesn't feel amazing. It doesn't have that positive. Oh, there we go. Never mind. And that one's going to be the loose side, so we'll have to decide if that's something we care about or not. But let's try to get this whole thing straightened out. Up and over. And satisfying click. That was not as good as the other. Okay. Good. That's manageable. And up and over. Oh, yeah. Boom. Got a little bit of... You know what? I'm good with it. Just make sure everything else powers on. Make sure I can plug and charge, even though this one does look charged. Saw it go red there for a split second, but then it came up. So I think it's okay. I think it's fully charged. Let's just verify. And we have no light. Oh, hold on. I think my charger came loose when I was pulling cords. One more time. Huh. Phew. All right, good. Good. If you didn't know about these little cool guys, they have a stereo shared mode in the JBL app on your phone. They have a feature where you can turn them into either like party mode, like dual mono, or you can throw them into like party stereo. And yeah, that's pretty cool. I've done that before, and it sounds absolutely great. Thanks for joining me on the Audio Foundry, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. Like and subscribe, as the saying goes, and thanks for watching me put these bad boys back together. Take care.